Hello, Julie. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Are you enjoying the weather today?
Yeah, it's a little hot, but I'm alright.
Okay. So tell me what brought you in to see me today to the clinic.
I am a heroin user and I use it about 2 to 3 days out of the week.
Okay.
I really was thinking about changing and stop using substance,
Okay.
but at times it's hard because I think about my kids that got taken away from me 3 years ago and they were placed in foster care.
Okay. Okay. So you had um just let me elaborate if that's okay. You had your children taken away from you about 3 years ago, and you're thinking about changing and not using the heroin.
Yes.
Okay. And do you feel it like there's an increase in your heroin use right now in your life?
Yes.
Okay. And how often do you use heroin in a week's time?
2 to 3 days, sometimes four.
2 to 3. Okay. And are we using this because you are using it? Is this nasal? Are you snorting it, or are you using it through IV, your arm, or?
I'm using through my nose.
Okay.
Using IV is more critical.
Okay. And so, what will be different if you? What do you think will be different if you changed from not using? And then, what do you think would be different if you did not use heroin?
Um, I'll probably be able to see my kids more and be more sober minded and more free to life and being able to, you know, being more open, being sober.
So that's what you think would be.
But it is hard because when I smoke, it gives me that right relaxation.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
so I'm trying, but it's just hard.
Okay. So you're trying to stop using, um, but at the same time, you find yourself uh, wanting to use because of the relaxation that it gives you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, what do you think would be the worst thing that could happen um, if you continue to use?
Um, Losing my life.
Yeah. Yeah. And how important, could you tell me, is that important to you on a scale to, I mean, I know that's putting your life on a scale, but I mean, like, how important is that to you?
It's important in my freedom.
Okay. So losing your life and your freedom, why would you lose your freedom?
Um, it's considered my life.
Okay. So your freedom is considered your life. Okay. Okay. So you want to work on not using using heroin at all, basically. Is that what you're saying? That you want to stop, but at the same time, like you said, you enjoy the relaxation
And I have the urge, yeah, to do it.
and you have the urges to do it. But then you at
And
the
I'm just scared that if I did stop, what if I go back?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I go back to my old ways.
So you can so I hear you tell me that being concerned about going back. I hear you saying that you want to stop, but you're concerned about going back. I hear you telling me that you don't want to die. You don't want to overdose. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Um and um So what do you think you can do? You will do to what steps can you use, or what avenues can you take to work? Have you thought about that to work toward um, not using? Have you tried to get yourself involved in any type of treatment?
Yes,
I see you
well,
here
this
today.
is a step here. Me being here today.
Okay. Okay.
Um, that's a big step for me.
Okay.
Um, being able to open up and say what's going on and having someone there that's not gonna judge me and listen and be here for me.
Okay. Okay. And so, yes. Do you what might be some reasons you mentioned there were some reason that you want to stop is because of you're scared to overdose. You want to get you haven't seen your kids. Um, and the steps that you're going to take is you came here today uh, for treatment. Okay, so how can I help you? Like we can get started. Like what would be your thoughts on helping you get started um, and not using, or what can you do on even not even after you do leave here in your environment to not use? What can you do? Or people?
Stay consistent,
Mm-hmm.
keep in my mind, um, you know, in one spot, like knowing that I'm ready to take that step
And do you
and
have?
have motivation to change.
Yes. Yeah. Do you what does it look like for you on the out? In your environment, do you have hang around with people who use? Or do you use alone or?
Majority of the time I do use alone, but I have done it sometimes with people I know, and that tends to make a person slip up
Okay.
when you're hanging with someone that's like that. It's time to just let go of that and find new friends
Finding new
that's
friends.
that's willing to be here.
Finding new friends. That's that's a good thought. So finding new friends, and then when you are at home by yourself, when you're at home by yourself and you're at home alone, what do you do? You find yourself sitting thinking, or do you, what could you do in that area? When you're by yourself to not. Um,
I'm gonna try to just do a lot of well, I try. I'm gonna try more um meditating,
okay.
um reading a book, or finding a good show that I like, or have my favorite snack.
Okay. Now you did mention that substance that using the heroin, you like the relaxation, how it makes you feel. Um, what other things can you do? Have you thought about other things you could do to help you relax and you know so that you don't have to feel that you have to use the substance to relax? Have you thought about that?
Um, Learn to be able to control my mind, my feelings.
Okay. So when you're alone, uh, do you do anything? Do you listen to any type of music? Uh, do you like to journal? Do you like to,
I,
try to go exercise? Do you try to utilize? Have you thought about any of those things?
yes, more probably exercise
Okay.
because it gives you that strength to stretch and get,
Hmm.
you know, being able to move and run off a lot of energy.
Yeah, it helps build up a little bit boost. It gives you a little bit more boost to want to see things a little bit more clearly and a little bit more focused. Um, um, Okay, so then we need to work on some things that can, maybe we can, at our next appointment, we can get together and talk about actually putting these things into place. Um, have you ever joined an outside support group? Have you thought about an outside support group at all?
No, but that's a good idea.
Okay. All right. So uh, I'm glad that you're thinking about not using. the substance at this time, and I want you to continue to stay there and using some of those things that I gave you that we talked about, like exercise, journaling, not when you're alone, watching your environment, things like that. And then when we get back together, we'll talk more about how that's going for you. Okay. And I just want you to just continue to, and if you need to contact me, you can always contact me, but continue to work on changing. Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right. Thank you. You have a good day. Okay.
You too.
Okay. Bye bye.